It's beer o'clock on Real Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from lsta Bryggeri, and it's a bottle of their Eklo's Vintage 2016 barley wine. It's coming in at 13% ABV. There's a look at the label. lsta Bryggeri were kind enough to send me the beer. It's got a silver bottle cap, and it's been aged in barrels for 1 year. So this is going to be pretty good. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. We're going to use their glass. This is a proper, look at the thickness of this glass. It's quite a heavy, distinct glass, this one. So, beer in the glass then. One finger, slightly off whitehead. Lots of carbonation. Look at the carbonation rolling up the glass. Bearing in mind it's 13% ABV and it's created that carbonation. Normally for me, anything over 9, 9.5, 10, the head dissipates really quickly. But this is all hanging around rather nicely, and that just brings quality. That kind of shows to me that there's a lot of quality in this brew. It's a golden amber coloured beer, and there's a slight haze to it, but it looks and sounds fantastic. Let's get the aroma. Ah, smells like sweets. Smells like this kind of rich, sugary, sweet, candied sweet. Very tropical as well. And if they've aged it for a year, they must have put a lot of American hops in. I'm smelling something kind of fruity in here. It smells fantastic. Dive in. Let's go. Cheers. Oh, wow. Oh, blimey. Stone the crows. Stone the crows. Where do I start with this? It's fantastically alcoholic. It's gonna be at 13% ABV. You're gonna get a big kick of that alcohol. It's got a lovely, rich, thick, sweet mouthfeel to it. Nicely carbonated. The beer gets pushed around the inside of the mouth. And then there's this massive, massive bitterness on the back end. They must have put a mammoth amount of hops in this beer to age it for 1 year and to still get a lot of hop profile in the beer. They must have hopped it to high hell. But look at that head. Look at that lacing on that glass. For a 13% ABV beer, that is absolutely astonishing. Great quality stuff then. So you're just left with this longing, kind of tickly on the tongue, alcoholic bitterness. And we're trying to talk about, you want to talk about the kind of new world hops in this beer. But they're all kind of gelling together with that lovely sweet toffee caramel malt. So it's kind of grapefruity still. Citrus lemon peel like. With a hint of lime in there as well. And lots of orange peel. It's lovely. It really is a lovely beer. barrel aged. This is a barrel aged beer. I suppose we are picking up some of that kind of wood from the barrel. Maybe it was a whiskey cask. I'm picking up a little bit of whiskey in there. It's all come together to produce just one fantastic, and let's not forget about this. It's a barley wine. 13% barley wine that I could stand here and I could talk about vanilla flavors. I could talk about hints of cocoa. Strangely enough. But the vanilla, the whiskey, the sweetness, the hoppiness, the carbonation, it's a barley wine. Sometimes you can drink a barley wine and you just talk about malt. But this is something different. This is something very special. It's a nice beer. So, lsta Bryggeri, Eklo's vintage 2016 barley wine, 13% ABV. You could buy a few bottles of this. You could drink one bottle fresh, and then you could kind of write down your notes, what you tasted, and then you could put another couple of bottles away and let them store for a few years, and then pull one out after a few years and drink it and write down what you think of that beer and how it's changed, and go back to your notes and have a look. And beer is very interesting. It's an interesting subject. So anyway, lsta Bryggeri, the vintage 2016 barley wine. Let's rate it. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Really good stuff. Please comment, please subscribe, and cheers.